Today we are going to understand some theorems of class 9 which are included in the first term exam. You know, chapter 6 is included in the first term exam. In this chapter you have to complete 6 theorems. Okay? And all the theorems are regarding properties of parallelogram. Before starting the chapter, you have to understand what is the definition of the parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? I am constructing a figure of parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. Okay, now we have to understand what is the definition of the parallelogram. It is a parallelogram if opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel to each other, then it is called a parallelogram. There are many features of a parallelogram. You know, so from definition we get these two sides are parallel and these two sides are parallel to each other. These two sides are parallel to each other, that is AB parallel to BC and AD parallel to BC. It is the definition. Okay. After that, you have to understand some properties of parallelogram. Which are the properties of parallelogram? Number one, I am writing the properties of parallelogram. Number one, opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel to each other. Parallel to each other. These are the properties of parallelogram. These are the properties. Okay. Number two. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal to each other. Okay, this is the second property. Number three, opposite angles are equal, that is this angle equal to this angle and this angle equal to this angle. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal to each other. Okay. Number four, any diagonal divides a parallelogram into congruent triangles. That is, any diagonal divides a parallelogram in two congruent triangles. Okay. Number five. Two angles adjacent to any side are supplementary to each other. That is, suppose this angle and this angle are two angles adjacent to this side and sum of them must be 180 degree. So sum of two angles adjacent to any side are supplementary to each other. Okay. Number six, diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That is, AC and BD are any two diagonals, they bisect each other at point O. Diagonals of a parallelogram parallelogram bisect each other. Bisect each other. Okay, whenever you want to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then anyhow you have to prove the opposite sides are parallel. Okay. Okay, now we are going to start theorem number 14. It is given in page number 89. Theorem number 14, it is given in page number 89. What is the summary of the theorem? Summary of the theorem is, in any parallelogram, any diagonal divides the parallelogram into congruent triangles. Opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. I am telling the theorem. For any parallelogram, it is theorem number 14. For any parallelogram, number 1, each diagonal bisect it, that means the parallelogram, into two congruent triangles. Any diagonal divides the parallelogram, bisect the parallelogram into congruent triangles. Number 2, opposite sides are equal. Number 3, opposite angles are equal. Okay, look at the board please. It is a parallelogram and it is a diagonal. Let A, B, C, D be a parallelogram whose AC is a diagonal. So you have to prove this triangle and this triangle are congruent. These two triangles are congruent. Opposite sides are equal, that these two sides are equal, and these two sides are equal, and opposite angles are equal, that is this angle equal to this angle, and this angle equal to this angle. Let's start the theorem. Let ABCD be a parallelogram. And AC is a diagonal of the parallelogram. Okay, required to prove. See the question. First question is, any diagonal divides the parallelogram into congruent triangles, that is this triangle equal to this triangle, congruent. Opposite sides are equal, that these sides are equal and this pair of sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal, that is this angle equal to this angle and this angle equal to this angle. Okay, let's start to write. Number 1, triangle ABC congruent to triangle ADC. Number 2, AB equal to DC, and BC equal to AD, and BC equal to AD. Opposite angles are equal. Number 3, angle ABC equal to angle ADC, and angle BAD equal to angle BCD. Okay, let's prove one after one. Here construction is not required. Okay, proof. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC. Look at here, these two sides are parallel and it is the transversal. You know, if two lines are parallel and any transversal cuts them at 2 points, then two alternate angles are formed. Here, if the lines are parallel, then the alternate angles will be equal. So, AB parallel DC. How we are getting this information? From the definition we are getting this information. If ABCD is a parallelogram, then the opposite sides are parallel. In definition I told you, if opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel, then it will be parallelogram. So, since ABCD is a parallelogram, it is given in the question, so we can say AB and DC are parallel. AB and DC are parallel, AC is the transversal, therefore these angles are alternate angles and they are equal because the lines are parallel. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC, angle BAC equal to angle DCA. Angle DCA. Why they are equal? Because AB parallel to DC and AC transversal. Since AB parallel to DC, AB parallel to DC and AC is the transversal. AC is the transversal. Okay. Again, these two lines also parallel. Opposite sides of the parallelogram. These two lines are also parallel. Okay, and this is the transversal. So this angle and this angle are equal. Angle BCA equal to angle DAC. Since BC parallel to AD, and AC is the transversal, okay, and AC is the common side for these two triangles. AC is the common side. So the triangles are congruent. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle ABC. Therefore, triangle ABC congruent to triangle ADC. By which rule you have to write the rule? How the triangles are congruent? By AAS. It is AAS. No, it is ASA rule. By ASA rule, the triangles are congruent. Okay. So we have proved the first part of the theorem. It is the first part. Okay. Since the triangles are congruent, when two triangles are congruent, then the sides opposite equal angles will be equal. The triangles are congruent. We have proved it. The side opposite to this angle is AB and the side opposite to this angle is DC. So AB and DC are equal. Again this angle and this angle are equal, and these two angles are equal. So these two sides are equal. This is called CPCT. Therefore AB equal to DC, and BC equal to AD. It is CPCT. Okay, it is part 2 of this theorem. Okay, since the triangles are congruent, so the angle opposite to this side is this angle, and angle opposite to this side is this angle. These angles are equal. Angle ABC equal to angle ADC. It is also CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Two triangles are congruent. This is the common side. So the angle opposite to this side is this angle, and the angle opposite to this side is this angle. So the angles are equal, and these angles are called corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. Clear? Now we have proved only the first part of the third proof. First part. Okay, now we have to prove this angle equal to this angle. Now angle BAC, plus angle DAC plus angle DAC equal to angle BCA, angle DCA plus angle BCA. Now look at the figure. BAC plus DAC, that is BAD. Therefore, angle BAD equal to DCA plus BCA, that is BCD. That is angle BCD. It is the second part of the third proof. Okay, here we have proved the first part of the third proof, and it is the second part of the third proof. It is the third proof. So the theorem is proved. So here you have to write proved. Okay, it is theorem number 14. Clear? Put it on. Now I shall discuss the theorem number 15. It is given in page number 91. Okay, theorem number 15, page number 91 in your government book. Okay, the theorem is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, it is a parallelogram. It is a parallelogram. Let the parallelogram be A, B, C, D. Diagonal AC and diagonal BD intersect each other at point O. Required to prove AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Let's start the theorem. Let A, B, C, D be a parallelogram. AC and diagonals AC and BD, diagonals AC and BD intersect each other at point O. So required to prove AO equal to OC, AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Okay, proof. Construction is not required here. Proof. In triangle AOB and triangle COD, in these two triangles, this angle equal to this angle. Why? Because AB and DC are parallel to each other. We get this information from the definition. In definition, it is given the opposite sides of a quadrilateral if parallel, then it is parallelogram. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, so we can say AB and DC are parallel to each other. Okay. So in triangle AOB and triangle COD, BAO equal to angle DCO, angle BAO equal to angle DCO. Why? You have to give the logic here. Since AB parallel to DC, AB and DC are parallel because ABCD is a parallelogram. Since AB parallel to DC and AC transversal, AC is the transversal. So angle BAC equal to alternate angle DCA, okay. Now angle AOB equal to angle COD, okay. They are vertically opposite angles. Since the angles are vertically opposite angles, okay, and AB equal to DC. Why AB equal to DC? We have proved in the previous theorem, I mean theorem number 14, the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So it becomes axiom for the next theorem. So it is theorem number 15. Since we have proved in theorem number 14 the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, so we can say AB equal to DC. It becomes axiom in the next theorem. They are and AB equal to DC. AB equal to DC. Right here, the opposite sides of parallelogram. Okay, so in these two triangles, this angle equal to this angle, AOB equal to COD and AB equal to DC. So by angle side rule, the triangles are congruent. Therefore, triangle AOB congruent to triangle COD. By which rule? By AAS rule. By AAS rule. Since the triangles are congruent, so we can say AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Therefore, AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. CPCT. Okay. So by CPCT law, the triangles, the corresponding sides are equal. Okay. Now we are going to understand theorem number 16. It is given in page number 97. Theorem number 16, page number 97. And the theorem is if the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then the quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. If opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, suppose ABCD be a quadrilateral, ABCD is a quadrilateral whose AB equal to DC and BC equal to AD. Required to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. I told you, whenever you want to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then at first you have to prove the opposite sides are parallel. If opposite sides are parallel, then you can say the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So anyhow you have to prove the opposite sides are parallel. Equal it is given, and you have to prove the opposite sides are also parallel. If the lines are if the sides are parallel, opposite sides are parallel, then the quadrilateral will be a parallelogram. Okay, let ABCD be a quadrilateral whose AB equal to DC and BC equal to AD. Required to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Let's start the theorem. Let ABCD be a quadrilateral whose AB equal to DC and BC equal to AD. So required to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, just you have to make a construction. Diagonal AC is drawn. In construction, diagonal AC is drawn. Okay. Now we have to prove anyhow this triangle and this triangle are congruent. Proof. At first in triangle ABC and triangle ADC. In triangle ABC and triangle ADC. In these two triangles, AB equal to DC. Why? It is given in the question. AB and DC are equal. Here, AB equal to DC. So I can write it AB equal to DC. Okay, it is given, and BC equal to AD. It is also given. BC equal to AD. Okay, these two informations are given. So right here given. Okay, and AC is the common side of these two triangles. AC is the common side. Okay, so the triangles are congruent. By which rule? Therefore, the triangle ABC congruent to triangle ADC. By which rule? By SSS rule. By SSS rule. The triangles are congruent. Now see, when the triangles are congruent, then this angle equal to this angle. Why? Because these two triangles are congruent and these two sides are equal. So the opposite angle of this side is this angle and opposite angle of this side is this angle. So the angles are equal. It is called CPCT. That means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Therefore angle BAC equal to angle DCA. You have to write here CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Now see, when two straight lines are parallel to each other, when suppose these are two straight lines, any two straight lines, and it is a transversal. Okay. If the alternate angles are equal, then the lines will be parallel. Okay. If any transversal cuts another two lines, if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. If any two straight lines, any transversal cuts them at 2 points, sum of two co-interior angles are supplementary to each other, then the first two lines are parallel. Remember it carefully. When two lines are parallel, if any transversal cuts another two straight lines and the alternate angles are equal, then first two lines will be parallel. If any transversal cuts another two straight lines and the corresponding angles are equal, then first two lines will be parallel. If any transversal cuts another two straight lines and these angles are called co-interior angles. If sum of them 180 degree, then first two lines will be parallel. So in these three cases, the lines will be parallel. Now see here, AB and DC are any two straight lines. AC transversal cuts them at points A and C. Okay, and the alternate angles so formed are equal. Okay, we have proved it. So the lines are parallel. AB parallel to DC. So you can write here AC transversal. Now right here, now AC transversal cuts AB and DC. And the alternate angles so formed are equal, that is angle BAC equal to angle DCA proved earlier. Therefore, we can say AB parallel to DC, okay. Since the alternate angles are equal, alternate angles may be equal, may not be equal, but alternate angles are equal. How we can say alternate angles are equal? Because we have proved it. After proving the triangles are congruent, we prove the alternate angles are equal by CP/CD rule. Okay. Now AB and CD are any two straight lines, and AC transversal cuts them at point A and C respectively. Thus the alternate angles so formed are equal. Proved it earlier. Okay. So AB parallel to DC. Similarly, we can say BC parallel to AD. Okay. Now see, in quadrilateral ABCD, AB parallel to DC. Similarly, we can prove AD parallel to BC or BC parallel to AD. So the opposite sides of the quadrilateral are parallel to each other. So it is a parallelogram. Therefore, ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, proved. Okay, it's completed. Now we are going to understand theorem number 17. It is given in page number 100. Theorem number 17, page number 100. Okay. I am telling the theorem. If opposite angles of a quadrilateral are equal, then it will be a parallelogram. Opposite angles are parallel. I am telling you again, whenever you want to prove a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then anyhow you have to prove the opposite sides are parallel. If you can prove the opposite sides are parallel, then from definition you can say the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Okay, let's start the theorem. Suppose ABCD is a quadrilateral. Till now it is a quadrilateral. It is not a parallelogram. Don't say it is a parallelogram. If you say in the first line it is a parallelogram, then you must not get any mark. Okay. ABCD is a quadrilateral whose angle BAD equal to angle BCD and angle ABC equal to angle ADC. So you have to prove the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. I am telling you again, anyhow you have to prove the opposite sides of the quadrilateral are parallel to each other. Okay, let's start the theorem. Let A, B, C, D be a quadrilateral. Whose angle ABC equal to angle ADC and angle BAD equal to angle BCD. Okay, required to prove it is a parallelogram. Required to prove ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, now a proof. Here construction is not required. Now we are going to start proof. ABCD is a quadrilateral. You know, the sum of four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So ABCD is a quadrilateral. So sum of four angles of this quadrilateral will be 360 degree. In quadrilateral ABCD, in quadrilateral ABCD, angle ABC plus angle ADC plus angle BAD plus angle BCD equal to 360 degree. Okay, so in ABC angle ABC, okay, ABC plus instead of ADC you can write angle ABC because ABC equal to ADC it is given in the question. ABC equal to ADC it is given in the question. So instead of ADC you can write ABC plus BAD, angle BAD, keep it as it is, BAD plus instead of BCD you can write BAD because BAD and BCD are equal, it is also given in the question, and instead of BCD we are writing angle BAD equal to 360 degree. Now you have to give a small logic why you have written BAD instead of BCD and ABC instead of ADC. Since right here, since angle ABC equal to angle ADC and angle BCD equal to angle BAD, okay. Now two angle, therefore two angle ABC plus two angle BAD equal to 360 degree. Two angle ABC plus two angle BAD equal to 360 degree. Now take common 2. Remaining part is angle ABC plus angle BAD equal to 360 degree. Okay. Therefore, angle ABC plus angle BAD equal to 360 degree by 2 equal to 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree. Okay, and I told you that if any transversal cuts another two straight lines and if sum of the two coincident angles is 180 degree, then the lines will be parallel. Okay, let me explain here. Suppose these any two straight lines, okay, and this is the transversal. If sum of these two angles is 180 degree, then these lines will be parallel. Here AD and BC are any two straight lines. AB transversal cuts them at points A and B respectively. Here the sum of two coincident angles, that is this angle plus this angle equal to 180 degree. So we can see here the line AD and BC are parallel. Okay. Now we have to give the reason why AD and BC are parallel. AB AB transversal cuts AD and BC at points A and B respectively, and the sum of the sum of two co-interior angles is 180 degree. That is angle ABC plus angle BAD equal to 180 degree. So we can say AD parallel to BC. Therefore AD parallel to BC. Okay. Similarly we can prove that AB parallel to DC. Why? If anyhow you can prove this angle plus this angle equal to 180 degree, then you can say these transversal cuts AB and DC at points B and C. So AB parallel to DC, but you have not to show this, just you have to write here. Similarly we can prove that AB parallel to DC. Now look at the figure. In quadrilateral ABCD, AB parallel to DC, we have proved this, and AB parallel to BC, similarly we can prove it. So ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, and I am telling you again, remember this, when two lines are parallel, if any transversal cuts another two straight lines, and these angles are called co-interior angles. If sum of them is 180 degree, then first two lines will be parallel. Okay, or if any transversal cuts another two straight lines in these 2 points and sum of them is 180 degree, then these lines will be parallel. Again look at here, AB transversal cuts AD and BC at points A and B respectively, and sum of these two co-interior angles is 180 degree. So we can say AD parallel to DC. Again, if you prove angle B plus angle C 180 degree, then you can say AB parallel to DC. Okay, is it clear?